Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 2010 Noble M600. Now this car started production in 2010 and it uses a stainless steel and carbon fibre construction to help keep weight down, meaning that the whole vehicle only weighs 2,756 pounds, which is quite light for a hypercar. And yeah, that lightweightness is obviously means that the power in this vehicle is given all of the chance to put it in towards acceleration and top speed over just lugging around a lot of weight. And its engine comes from an unusual source. It's from a Volvo XC90, but it's been radically changed to provide 650 horsepower and 604 pounds-feet of torque. And it's a 4.4 litre twin turbocharged V8. Now those twin turbochargers have a variable boost on them, meaning that you can actually change the amount of power that this car produces by the driver. You just change it on a little switch. So you can put it in the road setting to provide 450 horsepower, the track setting to provide 550 horsepower, or in this setting, in the race setting, for 650 horsepower. So you know, if you're not fancying having, you know, a hell of a lot of power in this car, you can just turn it down and just try it out in terms of having a lot less power and get used to the handling, which you'd have to get used to because the handling on this car is a little bit tricky because it is only rear wheel drive and it obviously doesn't weigh all that much, and with 650 horsepower on tap, you are asking a lot from those rear wheels while also having very little in the way of weight pushing down on those tyres. But nonetheless, let's get out onto the road and see what it can do. So yeah, for a hypercar, this isn't the most sophisticated of vehicles. Like I said, it's only got rear wheel drive, only has a 6-speed manual gearbox, it's not got flappy paddles or an automatic or anything like that. And yeah, being only rear wheel drive and quite lightweight means that it is quite hairy in terms of cornering, as you can see. It is a car that you really do need to be awake for in terms of driving, because yeah, it will bite, it will spin out if you push it too hard. And yeah, you don't want to be doing that in a car that can do the kind of speeds and the kind of acceleration that this car can do. 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, 0 to 100 in 6.817 seconds, and it'll go to a massive top speed of 236 miles an hour, making this easily one of the fastest cars on this game. And it's from one of the smaller companies on this game as well, because like I said, Noble haven't made all that many cars, they don't make all that many units per car, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if many people haven't even really heard of Noble, to be honest. They have been featured a few times on Top Gear, but outside of that they've not really had all that much exposure, which is a shame considering how fast we're actually able to go in this vehicle. As you can see by the fact we got to 221 mile an hour there, and that's only part of the top speed of the car obviously. But yeah, the handling is tricky at times, but like I said, if you're awake and you pay attention and you put in enough practice, you will get plenty of rewards from it, because yeah, when you do get it right, it is a hell of a rewarding vehicle, and it is really fun because of that. You know, way too many hypercars, especially these days, have so many safety systems, all-wheel drive, etc. like that, and aerodynamics that are changing to help keep the car in shape, etc. That to have a car that's only rear-wheel drive, doesn't even really have a spoiler, and you know, has 650 horsepower, is pretty damn unusual, quite frankly. But it does make it a bit more of a unique car, even though it doesn't, you know, look all that unique. It does look a little bit bland, which is the same kind of problem I had with the Ascari, but this just has so much power and so much acceleration and a huge top speed and really good handling that it really doesn't matter about the looks, quite frankly, because yeah, this car lets its engine and its performance do the talking, and it's not about just showing off. And yeah, actually sounds pretty good as well, that V8, and even though it only revs to about 7,000 RPM, it still sounds great nonetheless. And yeah, you can really feel those turbochargers kicking in as soon as you get up to about 7,000. It's like, whoa, basically like you're hitting overdrive or hyperdrive or something like that. It just flies. and it's so manageable as well, because the more speed you're doing, the more downforce it has going over that body, meaning it's all the more controllable. So yeah, 230 mile an hour is often just as easy to control as 130, to be honest. I say that just as we've crashed, but that's the nature of this car. It's not a vehicle that's going to flat here, it's a vehicle that you need to drive, because otherwise you will do something like that. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.